Welcome back to another video here on the Banack Industries YouTube channel. Now today we got another fun one. In the last few videos we put up, of course this is our 2018 Skidoo 850. It's got a silver turbo on it. It's a 165 track. If you haven't seen the videos yet, we have a 4-part series where we actually get rid of the 165 cooler, put the 146 cooler in, which cut the tunnel 10 inches, and then did the Summit Expert rear structure, snow flap, all that fun stuff. Also, the last video that we posted would have been the riding videos of the 165 with the 10-inch cut tunnel. That we were out in Golden, BC. Great time, sled ran great. For the 10-inch cut, it performed really well. I could actually tell some benefits of having the cut tunnel, so it was good. But if you've seen the build video, you would have known that we bought a 154 track and skid. So today we're actually swapping out the 165. We're going to the 154. So this is going to be somewhat of an instructional video. Now, of course, we're going to have to pull the chain case back out, or pull the chain case apart, pull the chain, sprocket, all that good stuff out. Pull our brake caliper and rotor off again, and then we'll pull the skid, pull the track, and then right here would be the new stuff that's going on. So here's our partial skid that we have. So we're going to have to transfer over a couple things. Just parts that are missing from that one that are on this one. Of course, everything will just swap right over because the swing arms, all that stuff is the same. It's just the rear part of the rails are longer, so that is the only difference. So I believe we're gonna find out anyways. And then yeah, we got the 154. This is the 3-inch lug. So we're going to swap that on this beauty, and then yeah, that'll be this video. So I'm going to try and walk you guys through a little bit more because I know I missed a bunch pulling the track and the skid out. So try and show you guys a little bit more, make this somewhat of an instructional video, but there will be a lot of time lapsing just because some stuff just takes so long. But we'll get to work. Alright, now, so we're going to start. We're going to start by draining our chain case, and we'll take the cover off. So first thing you want to do, pop your side panel off. Just like so. Now, if you have a shot, of course if you have electric start, this will be a little different. I'm not quite sure how it's all set up. But with us, we have a shot on this sled, so that's how we're going to go by. But you want a little pick, just this little clip here, pop that up, and that will pop free. That unplugs your shot. Really nice, simple. Next thing you want to do is pop your fill plug out. A fill plug, it's a vent, same stuff, but that's just what it is. I always like wearing a pair of gloves because even though I am on the camera, I hate getting my hands overly dirty unless I have to. So yeah, now you got a bunch of torques here. Oh, do I have to pull the turbo? No. I might have to pull the turbo. I hope not. We're going to try and not have to pull the turbo, because that would be sad. So, yeah. Torques, I believe they're a, so are they T30? T35. Okay, so you want a T30 Torques, like that. Get ourselves an impact. Get your impact driver. Where are these other ones? Okay, there's one under the shield. Should be able to get it. like so. Now you want to pull your drain puck before you get too full. Yeah, so take 5mm Allen head. Get that to focus. Come on, there we go. That will be your drain plug. So there's a little access hole. Just shred that out. Now your oil will come out. Now even though I've only had that oil in there for one run, I'm still going to change it. Just because we did end up having a bunch of metal in it from before. So this is kind of just flushing out and getting all that debris out in a way, which is a good habit. So now we'll take our little swivel. We'll continue trying to get our chain case bolts out as that drains. Now anyone that has a stock sled with a stock can, you'll probably want to remove the can just so you can access the bolts. In our case, we can just sneak around the turbo. There's a T40. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know if I'll get that one. Oh, it's going to be hard. So in our case, there is a bolt right back in there. I can't access it because the muffler's in the way. So we're going to have to just prop the turbo off. So I'm going to go ahead. I got to pop the hood, all that jazz off. So just stay tuned. We'll get that done right quick here. So this is kind of the same. There's always going to be this 10mm. Or it's not a 10mm, but I'll need a 10mm to take it off. But it's a hold down belt for your exhaust. If you have just a standard muffler, turbo, doesn't matter, it's the same. So I like using these. They're like a fuel line plier or a whatever. They got a little curve so you can grab onto a soft hose. They work great for springs. Handy hell. Just like that. Hey, that should work. So I popped that out, giving myself just a little more room, which I'm hoping should be just enough. There we go. Just like that. Okay, so you just have to loosen this up so you have access. Should. Yeah. Just wiggle this bitch out. Just like that. I got one more clip here. There was a little washer this one popped off. That should be okay. So there we go, chain case. Nice and clean, but we'll give this a quick clean. So, if you guys don't, you might want to clean these every year. Just pull, change the oil in them. It's just good habit. Then you can look at your chain, all that, see what's going on. I don't actually know what Skidoo recommends, but you know, it's just good practice. This is after one ride. Of course, our chain still nice and tight. Way tighter than it was when I first put it together. Or took it apart, sorry. So, happy with that. Now what we're going to do, if you pull the pin here for your adjuster, so we'll back off that tensioner. This is a T25. Now, it is the same tool that you use for your clutch. It's got that T25 Torx on it, so if you don't have that, you do actually have it, so you can do it in the field. Now we got to go ahead and do our snap rings. Just like that, snap ring will pop off. We'll leave the top. So you feel like pulling that. Wiggle. And then we'll come off. Take our chain. There we go. So there's 3 nuts on this cover. You'll need a 10mm socket. Pull those off. Once you get that off, now there's 4 bolts that you have to access. You'll go through the rotor. For me, I had a little bit of difficulty. They just didn't want to come out. So if you have to, take just a small torch. Go ahead, heat the back side. Just aluminum, so it doesn't take much, but just heat it up if the bolts don't want to come. I used the small impact. I used a little bit bigger impact. Still wouldn't come. Tried with a wrench. Didn't want to strip the bolts. So just go ahead, heat it up. Makes life so easy. But yeah, we got that done. It was just kind of hard. It didn't show on the camera, and I'm trying to make this quick. But yeah, that's kind of what you got to do. And then just once you get that off, there's a snap ring. So that's what we're going to get into right now. Little baby taps. Here's the wrong tool for the job. Why is it wrong? Because it works. Now remember, I did just have this apart like 2.5 weeks ago. But don't be a moron, because you still have 1 bolt left in it. Always check that. Look at that one. Just came out like butter. Alright. Now, pop this off. Now, for 90% of you people, it will not come off that easy. But for me, because I hot it off not too long ago, that's why it was so easy. So, this part's good. Okay, so this is the money shot here. So now what we gotta do is get 2 13 mils. Alright, 1 there, 1 down here. Back your skid off. Now get your 10 mil. Of course, I'm just scatterbrained. I don't ever remember where I put stuff. Now that you got your 10 mil, back out your rear idlers. And your battery dies. Slap a fresh battery in the bitch. There we go. Alright, so that's backed off now, like so. Your 17 mil, this, that, this backed, now this like that. So I'll just rattle daddle this one. And it came right out, so now this other side is not going to come right out. And it's going to be paint. Just like that. This is why I hate Skidoos. In one case. So right now, what's happening is there's a rod in between on the shaft. So there's an aluminum rod that threads in both sides. Well, when you do this, it can just spin. So there's no way of holding that. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to take, hopefully that bolt there on the tunnel will come. We'll just try that right now. Yep, this side came. Good. I'll set you guys down. So now what we gotta do is we're gonna try and lift up this side. We're gonna try and pull the skid this way just enough that we can grab that rod with a pair of vice grips, which then we'll be able to actually get the other side out. Really pain in the ass. I hate the design, but Skidoo's done this for years. Yeah, it is what it is. These are the two rods that I was trying to tell you guys about. One's in there. The other one goes in here. So there it is. That's a lot of work. Now, kind of there. Like that. Should be out all the way. There's your direction. Now track. So now that we got these kind of side by each here, what we got to do, we got to go ahead and swap over. Well, we have a front swing arm on this one. Of course, it's not balanced. There, that's a little better. So yeah, we're going to have to switch over our shock, the limiter strap. We'll do our front anti-stab rail. All that shit has to go over. We are going to transfer our scratchers, just ours look a little better than those ones. One thing I did notice is these front idlers. I'll see if I can show you guys. But these idlers, pain in the ass this is, they're not straight across. So like this one's actually closer to this front bar than this one is. Now that is factory, I'm not sure why, but that's just something I noticed. So when we put it back together, we'll have to make sure that that's the same. Oh yeah, just shit falling out everywhere now, eh? Jesus. Alright, to kind of speed up this video now, this shit should be fairly simple. So we're just going to go to a time lapse so you guys can watch me get it all transferred. Alright, so there we go. We now have the skid and we have the drive shaft back in. We did put all the skid bolts, the 4 skid bolts in, and then we did reassemble our brake caliper cover and rotor. That's all put back together. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to tension the track. I got it sitting up on a couple jack stands, just balancing there. So we have the track off the ground. We're going to go ahead. We're going to just run these in. Try to do this as even as possible. I think I have that tight, so I'm going to have to loosen those, but we'll get that. And now what you usually, you want like 2 fingers vertical like that, or just a good amount of slop. You don't want to over tighten. If you do over tighten your track, you will have issues blowing your idlers. Had that on an M7 that I had a while back. Real pain in the ass. So we'll set you guys up. We'll try and show this. You get your 2 13 mils. Loosen that off. Now your 10 mil here. And you want to do this and kind of keep going back and forth, making sure it's even. Now for me, that's 2 fingers, but that's 2 fingers sloppy. So we're going to go a little bit tighter than this. So now that, to me, that's about right. I can get 2 fingers, it's tight, but it's got some slop in it. So that's perfect. Start our chain on here. Grab our tensioner. Get her down. Just like that, it slid right into place. So right now it's really sloppy. So you grab it, you can rock this clutch back and forth quite a bit. Grab your T25. Now, if you're doing this by hand, just kind of do it. We're going to go kind of to there. So now by doing that, I'll grab it. Pull the brake. That's about good. That's as tight as you want to do. So, you got it off. Like, that would be your deflection that you want. And or set your brake if you have your track off the ground. You just rock that back and forth a little bit. And that's tight. It's as tight as you want. So now I'll put you guys kind of on time lapse. We'll get the sled put back together and we'll spin it. So, there we have it. First look at the completed 154. Cut down from a 165, has a 146 cooler, 155, or 154. So practically a 154 expert. I don't know, I think the snow flap sticks out too much. I might end up going ahead and cutting that right at the support there, just to give it a little bit better look. But there it is. Like always, thanks again for watching the video. If you liked it, go below, give us a big old thumbs up. If there's any questions or anything you want to see, put that down in the comments. We will get back to you, and I might show that in an upcoming video if I can. Anyways, like always, thanks for watching. One thing before we go, I went to go start it. And pulled the cord right out of this. So I guess we know what the next video is. We'll see you then.